Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn about the Clausius statement. This is the second statement of a second law of thermodynamics, and this gives the concept of refrigerator and heat pump. Refrigerator and heat pump. So what is the refrigerator? So the refrigerator is like that. There is a compressor. This is your compressor, reciprocating compressor. The fluid is sucked here. Let's suppose 120 kilopascal and minus 25 degrees centigrade. The fluid is a refrigerant. Here the working fluid is called refrigerant, right? And now if you compress, that means you give a work W net in on this compressor, so it will increase the temperature and pressure. So let's suppose its pressure is 100 kilopascal, 800 kilopascal, and temperature 60 degree. It will increase. Now it will going into the condenser. This is your condenser, in which the heat will receive Q. Let's suppose, sorry, heat will reject. Heat will reject from the condenser. Why? Because there is a high temperature, so heat will reject. This is called QH. Heat will reject, and again it is in the expansion through a throttling wall. Also the heat will reject, so the same pressure, condenser have a same pressure, constant pressure kilopascal, and temperature will reduce. Let's suppose 30 degrees centigrade. Let's suppose 30 degrees. Now there is a expansion wall. That means expansion wall, and this expansion wall will reduce its pressure. Let's suppose 120 kilopascal, and also reduce temperature 25 degrees centigrade. Now there is a reduced temperature, so there is a evaporator. It is like a coil. There is evaporator. This is your evaporator. Which received heat QL from its refrigerator space. This is your storage space. Yeah, refrigerator storage space, also called refrigerated space. Heat will reject, and the refrigerating space will feel like a cooling effect. So this is your, in this cycle, in this manner. So this is your refrigerator, work absorbing device. This is your refrigerator. If you maintain this temperature, low temperature, so it is work as a refrigerator. If you maintain a high temperature, so it work as a heat pump. No other difference, right? So what is the concept here? See, if you transfer heat if you transfer heat from low temperature to a high temperature body, it will never possible to withdraw a heat from high temperature to low temperature body. That means always we have do a work, always do have a work. That means we are operating a device which is continuously, and the work will into the system. So in this manner the heat will reject from low temperature reservoir to high temperature reservoir. So what is the Clausius statement? Clausius statement, it says that it is impossible for any device that operate on a cycle and that operates on a cycle and produce no effect other than the heat transfer, produce no effect other than heat transfer from low temperature reservoir to high temperature reservoir. So if you transfer heat from low temperature reservoir to a high temperature reservoir, and if there is no other effect, that means if you not supply a work, so it is impossible like that. So the Clausius statement does not implies that a cyclic device that transfer heat from a cold medium to a warm medium to impossible construct a device. So if there is a refrigerator, see, if there is a refrigerator, so if there is a refrigerator, that means there is a condenser, there is a compressor, this is a throttling valve, again there is a evaporator. So this is your cycle. Let's suppose this is your cycle and it is operating in a cycle by, let's suppose, taking a heat QL, let's suppose 5 kilojoule with TL and produce, and if there is no net, W net in is equal to 0, so it is never possible to produce heat. QH is 5 kilojoule, energy conservation is valid on the TH. This is a violation of a refrigerator. This is the refrigerator which violates the Clausius statement. This is not possible. Not possible. That means if you reject a heat from a low temperature, transfer a heat from low temperature reservoir to high temperature reservoir, you must have a work. So this heat must be greater than QL. This heat must be greater than QL. Why? Because you have, instead of W net is not equal to 0. So what is that? If W net in is greater than 0, then what is that? COP of a refrigerator or heat pump less than infinite, right? And again notice that this is your, this temperature is the system boundary temperature, which is evaporator. this is your evaporator, right? This is your evaporator, and this temperature is the condenser. This is your condenser temperature. So heat received from condenser, so it is not directly heat will receive from this temperature and transfer to this temperature. No, it is first receive heat, the temperature difference TL into condenser temperature. Now that condenser temperature heat will receive. Now that heat will transfer to the evaporator temperature to the surrounding temperature. So there is a two-step process. Step first and step second. This is like that. Not a single step. Not a single step that will transfer heat from this to this. To make a device that a finite temperature difference, that a very finite temperature difference, so that it will transfer heat from the low temperature reservoir to the condenser temperature, and again it evaporator temperature to the surrounding temperature. That means there is a two-step, right? And what is the TH? TH is the, what is the TH? TH is the warm environment. TH is the warm environment, and TL is the cold space. This is your cold space. Cold space, and this is your warm environment. So let's suppose that there is a heat pump. This is the exercise number 1. Let's suppose there is a heat pump. Right? Which received, let's suppose, QL from the temperature -2 degrees centigrade. Let's suppose, and we put a work W net in and reject a heat QH from the high temperature reservoir, and that high temperature reservoir is nothing. This is your maintaining a 20 degree. If you maintain this temperature, so there is a heat pump. So there is a question: a heat pump is used to meet the heating requirement of a house. This is your house, and maintain 20 degrees centigrade on a day when the outdoor temperature is, this is your outdoor temperature, this is your outdoor temperature is -2 degree temperature. The house is estimated to lose, this house continuously, this is your house. Let's suppose house loss heat is 80,000 kilojoule per hour. House will lose heat. Why? Because there is a outer side, there is a cold. If the heat pump under this condition, the COP is given. The COP is 2.5. Determine the power consumed by the heat pump. So what is the power consumption? This is to be determined. So we know that W net, we know that what is the COP? COP, what we want? QH dot, and what we pay for it? W net in dot. And what is the QH? This, to maintain this temperature, to maintain house this temperature, for maintaining, how much heat will lose, the same heat will deliver to the house. so it is 800 kilojoule per hour for maintaining 20 degree fixed temperature, fixed. So maintaining so what is 80,000 divided by W net in? So what is the W net in is what? It is approximately 32,000 kilojoule per hour. So what is in kilowatt? That means 8.9 kilowatt, right? Now the second attempt is say that number B is say that the rate at which heat is absorbed from the colder air. So what is that? This heat. So we know that energy principle QL plus W net in is equal to QH. So you have W net in, you have QH. So what is the QL? The QL is 48,000 kilojoule per hour. So this is your this. So what is your conclusion here? The conclusion is that 48,000 kilojoule of the this is only 48,000 kilojoule of the 80,000 of heat delivered to the house. Only we take a 40,000 kilojoule heat, 48,000 kilojoule of heat, and we develop a heat 80,000 kilojoule is actually extracted from the colder outdoor air. Therefore we are pay only 32,000 of kilojoule energy that is supplied as electrical work. So very important, so you have extract only QL only 48,000 and you delivered a heat 80,000 and the power will supply. What is the power supply? Only 32 किलोजूल. तो आप फीलिंग को समझिए, मैं कहना क्या चाह रहा हूं. I want to say that if you want 80,000 kilojoule of heating effect, only 32 kilojoule of work will in. Only 32. So according to this, you have an electricity bill. What is your electricity bill? So therefore we are paying only 32 kilojoule of energy as is supply as electrical work. So it is what? It is electrical work. It is electrical work. Why? Because you supply a power to run the refrigerator or heat pump. So this is your electrical work. To heat the pump, if we were to use a electrical resistance heater, अगर हम डायरेक्टली इलेक्ट्रिकल रेजिस्टेंस हीटर को यूज करते हैं, इफ देयर इज ए हाउस and we maintained 80,000, if there is a house and if we maintained 20 degrees centigrade continuously, then you 80,000 kilojoule per hour of heat will given to it, right, from the electrical heating, right? We would have to supply, if you maintain 20 degrees centigrade, for maintaining a 20 degrees centigrade, how much heat will given to it? 80,000. So if you directly heating, so if the room is directly heating by the heater, so your electricity bill is this one, 80,000 kilojoule for the resistance heating as electrical work. So when we are electrical heating, so this is your electrical work. This means that this means that heating the bill that is 2.5. That means in the previous case, when we are heating with the resistance, these are approximately 2.2 guna W electrical as compared to heat pump. So 2.5 गुना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल आ रहा है आपका. This explain the properly of heat pump as heating system and why they are preferred to a simple electrical resistance heating despite their considerable higher initial cost. So that's why we construct a heating pump to also develop less amount of electrical work, right? So this is because the resistance heating, the electrical energy is why? Because that means in this case, this is because ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Why? Because the resistance heating, the electrical energy is converted to heat as 1:1. That means what is the electrical energy? That means if there is a room, and in this there is a heater, so there is a electrical work. So this electrical work will rise the temperature. So this electrical work convert to a heating effect directly. But in this case, this is a electrical work into the system. This is electrical work into the system, but that electrical work is not directly heating the system to maintain that temperature. So this is the beauty of heat pump. So always heating of any space, we always prefer to reduce the electricity bill. We prefer to the heating pump. So in this case, in this condition, if there is that means there is a heat pump. If there is a house, if you heat that, you put a work, for that we extract a heat, QL, QHWA. So in this case, this is a heating effect, and it gives less energy of electricity bill. But if there is a house, if we heating, it is not a heating, it is a electrical. So total electrical work is converted to a heating effect. So the electricity bill is higher in this case. But in this case, the electricity bill lower. Why? Because the work input is less as compared to this one. Why? Because we also extract energy from the cold space. Also they extract the energy from the cold space. So these two effects give this effect. So what is your electricity bill? This is your electricity bill. So electricity bill in the case of heat pump is always less than electricity bill in the case of resistance heating. Why? Because in the case of resistance heating, this is your. Why? Because in the case of resistance heating, the electrical energy is converted to heat at 1:1. But it is not 1:1, right? But in this case, it is not 1:1. Okay? Thank you very much.